Did it freeze? Did it freeze? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Top of the morning to you. Happy Tips and Tea Tuesday.
And rich risings.
Rich risings, grand
Rich
risings.
risings. Rich risings.
Yes, honey. Yes, rich
I ain't did that in a
risings.
minute.
I
Good
know.
morning, Monica.
You know Monica gonna
Good
always
morning. Good morning.
you.
Good morning, Queen.
Hey.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, did I just went there? I went there, didn't I?
You did go there. It's okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's all right. Sounded good.
You queens want to give it a few minutes or you want to go ahead and kick it off?
We're gonna give it
Ooh,
up.
y'all,
Ooh,
excuse
bless
me.
you.
My
Bless
allergies are
you.
going crazy.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you, bless
A
you. Chantel been giggly all morning. What you had in your cup?
little bit some of this, a little bit some of
Oh,
that.
okay. You probably had hot tea. You were strong, huh? No, I'm just messing. I'm
Mm-mm.
messing with you.
Mm.
Mm.
Well,
Um,
welcome everybody. Good morning, Red
hilarious.
Risings, Grand Risings. Thank you all for tuning in for another episode of Tips and Tea Tuesday. I'm Satitra
Yeah.
Booker, and I'm here with my fellow queens, Miss Shantella Shabazz and Nikki Taylor. And we are all senior consultants here with the great, wonderful company, Nove, the Credit and Money Company. And let's see here, Shantella and Nikki, you guys want to give us a brief recap on last week's episode?
Yes, Nikki,
Um,
go ahead, because
oh, you
it
want me
was
to
so
go ahead?
good.
Okay.
Go ahead, girl.
I was like, oh, it got silent real fast. No, I'm just I'm just messing. I'm just messing. Um, but yeah, I got some key takeaways from last week's episode. Um,
Yes,
I
we had
really,
Destiny Brady on with us
yeah, we
last
had
week.
Destiny Reedy, and she's really we had an inspiring conversation with her, and she was engaging with our guests, and of course she was supporting the women and building networks that thrive. And she is such a powerful woman. We had a discussion about collaboration over competition, right?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So my key takeaway that I got, there was some things that stuck with me during our live with her with Mrs. Reedy, and she's gonna kill me because during our live I was calling her Miss Reedy and not Mrs. So I do apologize because I like watched the replay and I was like, oh. But look, Mrs. Reedy, please don't charge it to my heart, okay? But when she said, you don't have to be perfect to be powerful, that was one of the things that stuck out to me. And also, another saying that she said was stand on business as God is your foundation. Those two
Mhm.
things stuck out with me. And she says that a lot, right? And when she says that, it's just like, it's like my antennas going, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it is. Those are the two main things that like stuck out to me. And when I tell you that she was amazing and she was an impeccable leader, in her organization, and she had, she is a phenomenal mentor, and she's also a woman of God, like I said in the live last time, and she was definitely dropping gems. So I hope y'all caught it. If y'all didn't, go watch the replay. So what was your
Definitely.
takeaway, Chantella? What was your takeaway on it?
Yes, I love the whole thing, especially because we had just came off of celebrating International Women's Day that
Yeah.
weekend, and then just to have her on Tuesday, and she just really embodies, just pouring into her community, no matter who it is, how old, she's just wise, definitely beyond her years. And one of the main things that really stuck out to me was, she gave her why. And
Mm-hmm.
her why, she just made it clear and just said that, her why has changed. You know,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the seasons change. Your why will change throughout your life, and that's okay. You
Mm-hmm.
can adjust that because you don't always remain the same. And you have to
Right.
realize that who I am today is not who I was 20 years ago. So
Exactly.
it's okay to grow and for your why to change as you're becoming a new person, especially,
Mm-hmm.
within your faith walk with God and letting Him lead you. And another
Absolutely.
thing she just pointed out was that, as long as she keeps God as her foundation, like Nikki mentioned, her faith is so strong. She knows she's not going to fail. So even when things don't go exactly as she planned, she knows it's not her plan, but it's God's plan. So it
Right.
might be a little bit delayed, but it's still coming because God would not let her fall. So
Exactly.
definitely, if you guys have not seen last week's episode with Destiny Reedy, definitely feel free to go back and just check it out. She has a team of women that they've been together for years, and to see their growth from where they started, where they went to a healing conference, to where
Mm-hmm.
they are now, where they're all award winning consultants within the financial industry, and they thrive also in their other businesses as well.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny and her husband have a business together where they also help people with building up their businesses, and they'll help you build your website and things like that. So not only are they just killing the game on the financial services side, but they're also, helping people to grow and expand their businesses as well as another part, just another part that creates the bigger picture. So
Oh
shout
yeah.
out to Mrs. Reedy,
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Queen
Shout
Mrs.
out to the
Reedy in the building.
Reedies.
Yeah,
Yes.
shout out to both of them. They're an amazing couple, and man, they are going to be a powerhouse as well together. Um, it's just they're just amazing, and they doing well with their son. It's just like it's just so adorable. But that's my Mozzie.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, yes.
definitely.
Yes, he get
Your
like
King
every time she
Mozzie.
send me like a video of him doing something, it's just like it just lightens up my day sometimes, and I'll be like, man. He's such a lucky boy because his mom and dad are real, they are impeccable, and they for them to be so young, like it's like they're so wise, and I love that.
Mhm.
I love that.
Oh
Um,
yes, definitely,
like their
definitely.
foundation is like intact for real. You can tell. You can really tell. But go ahead,
Absolutely.
that's the teacher. You want to introduce the today's topic for today?
Yes, we definitely can get into today's topic. So this week we are talking about how to live luxurious on a budget. So we are going to give you guys the blueprint for living bougie on a budget.
Bougie.
And remember
No.
now, last week when we were talking about investing your taxes right, we mentioned the 50-30-20 rule. So we definitely want to implement that into, living luxurious on a budget. So, 50% of what you need slash want, like your necessities, 30% of, things you need or things you want to do, and then 20% to save. So 50% on your necessities, 30% on your wants, and then
Mhm.
20% on what you're saving. So we're going to get into that, and let's see here. So we all, want to live high on the hog, live up on the budget, live luxurious. But we have to be responsible with our money. Saving is a key strategy, and we have to be responsible with that. So today we're going to talk
Mhm.
about tips on how to enjoy life on a budget but still be luxurious.
Hello.
And so, Nikki, what is your tip for today, Queen, about how to be bougie on a budget?
Oh, do I gotta say it? Let me see.
Yes,
Well,
Queen, you
Look,
got to give the
I'm
secrets.
taking
Give us
notes
the
because
secrets.
look, I
I'm
need
just
some more tips
saying,
on how I can
like,
save some money because might be bougie when it comes to a lot of things, but I'm definitely food bougie because I want me some good food when I
I'm
go out
kind of
to eat.
close
So
bougie
I'm gonna
because
drop some dollars on some food. And I'm hotel bougie because I'm sorry, y'all, I ain't staying at the Motel 6,
I know that's
the
right,
Super
Queen.
8. So we all look bougie when it comes to certain things in our life, even
yes,
if we're not all around bougie.
I
There's some
need my
bouginess in us.
necessities that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like what I like. It don't matter what you like, but I like what I like, and that matters. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but
Absolutely.
my
Ain't
like
nothing wrong with
bougie on
that.
a budget, it's like my clothes, like you see, I like accessories. I like, stuff like that. Um, like I can go somewhere and have a messy bun, but my fit gotta be straight. You know what I'm saying? I gotta match. I gotta look decent. You know what I'm saying? So that's me. Okay. Um, and and the way I budget, like if I want, like, say, like if I wanted a Michael Kors purse or something like that, or a Coach purse or something like that, I won't go splurge on it for some odd reason. I can't because I want to make sure that all my priorities are intact first.
Right.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost. You got to make sure your home front is intact before you go splurge on something expensive like that. Or it's just I like to be spoiled too. I ain't even gonna lie. So whenever I get spoiled, of course I'm gonna be bougie about it. Of course. Hello.
You're
But at the
bad
same
bougie.
time, I'm gonna be grateful and be happy that I can share my gifts, my bougie gifts with my family because they actually do it for me. You know what I'm saying? They give me gifts and I love it. So that's like my bougie thing. But I wanted to actually engage with the audience and say, what's your guilty pleasure when it comes to treating yourself? Drop it in the comments. I'm gonna say it again. What's your guilty pleasure when it comes to treating yourself? Let me look at
Uh-huh.
the
Are y'all
comments
buying the
here.
Haagen-Dazs ice cream instead of the Great Value? What y'all doing?
What?
I want to know. I want to know what y'all
Hey,
doing. What y'all
Oh,
what
sometimes
Sherry
y'all
that's
think
said
y'all
not
I'm
doing out
coffee, food,
there?
coffee.
hotel, and water bougie. That's what Sherry said. I know that's right,
Right?
Sherry.
Name your bougie.
Name your
Exactly.
bougie.
Yes, Queen. Yes, honey. That Starbucks be hitting sometimes.
Yeah, but sometimes, man, depending on how you get it, you might be
Yes.
walking around with bubble guts. I ain't lying, but it's okay. Just
Well,
saying.
no, now Starbucks regular coffee is too strong in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I don't like their
But
strong.
their drinks, they're really good because they have what
I like some of their refreshers. The refreshers are good.
the brown
You know,
sugar oat
Like
milk
the energy
latte.
drink.
That hits different.
Mandy says she is hotel bougie. See, that's me too. I got to be hotel bougie. I gotta have something
exactly.
decent. You know
Hi,
Let me
what?
tell you,
Vivian. I
before
know
she go
that's
Hey,
buy
right,
her
I'm this
Vivian.
food,
bougie. I'm this bougie. When I go to a hotel now, okay, I take my little bougie kit.
Yep.
You want to know the
you
Bougie
bougie
know,
kit
kid.
where you make sure everything is clean, make sure you know what I'm saying. That's just me. And I look
look,
up and
fellas, that
I look at
applies
the
to y'all
sheets.
too.
Yeah, I look at the sheets and everything. I looked at the pillowcases and everything. You ain't
Yeah.
about to have me laying on just anything because I could bring my own sheets and own pillowcase and put it on this bed and call
Hmm.
it a day.
Yeah, because if them sheets
Just
ain't
saying.
white, I don't know if I can stay there because they're
Exactly.
not using that high-end commercial cleaner to clean them sheets.
I know that's
Right.
right, honey. You got to bring your own towels and
Exactly.
washcloths and whatnot. Yes.
Absolutely. Look,
Like I don't want to get
well,
off topic though, but let's see. What are some okay, high end, what are some high end fashion on a budget? See how I just said fashion? Like I said, my clothes and my my accessories. That's me. That's my bougie when it comes to fashion. And my
Mhm.
shoes. I gotta have some. I love me a good, comfortable shoe. I don't care if it's Nike, Reebok, or whatever, as long as it's comfortable.
Right.
And
yeah.
hey, don't knock it, okay? I bought some shoes from Shein, and they are the comfortablest shoes ever. And they look bomb. They look like it was like I bought some New Balances or something. And
Mhm.
I was like, let me find out.
You know,
Ooh, but that's my bougie.
there's certain things, yeah, fashion wise, I will
Mhm.
buy on the higher end just because like it lasts longer. Like instead of like I used to go to, I don't know if y'all remember this store, Charming Charlie's, when they opened up and they had like a
That
bunch
name
of
it
different,
sounds familiar.
yeah, they had like a bunch of different jewelry, purses, shoes, little outfits. It was kind of like, and they store was color coded. So, that's an OCD person dream right there. You go in there, you can just go to the color section that you need, and everything was in that section. Like if
Yeah.
I need something purple to wear, I knew to go to Charming Charlie's, go grab me something purple, and I was good to go. But the stuff didn't last because it was a little
Mhm.
bit cheaper, you know what I mean? So I know as far as like when my purses, because I use them a lot, especially because I used to work in the city and I would be throwing a lot of stuff in there and moving around a lot. So I would spend a little bit more money on my purses because yeah, they get hit pretty hard. So like I don't know about y'all, but Coach lasts a little bit longer than like
Yeah,
the
they
Michael
do.
Kors.
Yeah,
Then like you
they
go to
do.
Target to pick up a little purse. Some of them other brands they don't
Yeah,
last,
go to
but my
TJ
Coach
Maxx and get
bag
like
I
a
done
good
had those for
brand or
years.
something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if it's an investment, like you're gonna have that bag for years, then for me, I'm like I'm not keep buying the same bag over and over again and just throwing money in the garbage because that
Right.
bag is not lasting more than a few months or a year. So sometimes
We
you have
do
to
have
look at
some
the longevity
questions in the
things too.
audience about the question I just asked. Like, what is your guilty pleasure when it comes to treating
Hmm.
yourself? Well, let me see. Who said something? Okay. Sherry said, I'm take this what is it, an ISPA and Cajun machine to my hotel too for showers and water. Baby, I don't play about mine. I know that's right.
Yes, and you
I
see
know that's
Vivian.
right,
Vivian
Sherry.
said, I'm gonna buy me a wig.
Right. Look, Nita
Hey, we all
said
have
get
our
with the
guilty
travel
pleasures, what we
Barbie.
spend on.
Right. Nita said get with the
Hmm.
travel Barbie. Nothing less than the best over here. I know that's right. Let's go. She got the strong arm emoji too.
Yeah.
Ronette said, my guilty pleasure is a great bottle of wine and a night with some good friends, lots of laughter and fun. I'm a grateful bougie, not necessarily monetary, but a top shelf wine. Okay, I know that's right. Look, everybody love a good
Look,
wine every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I love me some good wine. I don't know about y'all.
and that top shelf already giving you no headache the next day.
Yeah, as long as it
So
don't give you no
That's
headache.
true.
Yeah, I like it.
That's
You know
true.
what
Them
I'm
headaches be
saying?
hit hard, honey.
Right. And then what's it? Oh, Sherry said, "Oh, I have to have my New Balance shoes and Clark's summer sandals. Of course, yeah. See what I'm saying?
mhm.
Yeah, those are comfortable.
Yeah.
They don't cost that much, but they're very comfortable." And then
Mm-hmm.
she said, "Yes, we had a charming Charlie laugh out loud." Yep. See, look, Sherry
See,
remember.
I'm not the only one.
We have one in the Huntington Mall, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that's where it was in Huntington Mall because I think I remember seeing it there.
I'm telling y'all, when that store closed, I was so sad. I was like, my OCD was just in love because I'm like, oh, I could just run in here. We got a little go to Easter service, or we got a wedding to go to. I need a little purse. I know what color I
Hmm.
need. Straight to the section.
Man,
No, they
look,
took it away.
I don't.
Devastated.
Yeah, for real. What else did Sherry say? She said, my guilty pleasure is a great bottle of wine. Yeah, in a night with some good friends, lots of laughter. Oh no, she liked that one. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. She said
Yes,
definitely
yes.
some wine.
It's definitely not just about, fashion and things like that, because we also can have, being a little bougie when it comes to self-care as well. So I would definitely say, taking care of yourself doesn't have to mean that you got to drop a fortune, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there are definitely some ways that you can save money as far as, just kind of in between. Like if you want to kind of budget yourself, having some self care, like getting your nails done, but maybe you're not going 3, 4 times a month to go get your nails done. You're doing some maintenance on your nails yourself. Maybe you're
Right.
not going to get a massage or a facial and get your hair did every
Mm-hmm.
month, but every few months this is something you're doing. But in between there, you can do like some DIY treatments at home. You can
Mm-hmm.
go to the store, get a couple face masks, and just have a safe care day. Cut up them cucumbers, drop it on the eyes,
The
ladies. You
eyeballs.
know how to
Yeah.
be. Put the face roll in the freezer,
Mm-hmm.
help you
Yes.
depuff a little bit. But
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
definitely,
definitely.
and just kind of being strategic as well. Groupon is still out there. I haven't heard too many people talk about Groupon lately, but Groupon is still out there. You can still find deals on massages and getting the facials and getting your nails done. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you can even find a deal for like a group. So if you
Mm-hmm.
want to have a whole girls' day and y'all want to go and get a massage
Yeah, they
and a
have like group
facial
specials.
combination, yeah, you can have a group special. Y'all can make a
Mm-hmm.
girls' day out of it and get an even
Absolutely.
better deal on Groupon. 'Cause sometimes they sell it as like a bonus package with like between 4 to 6 people that you can buy. But don't
Yeah.
forget about
Yes.
Groupon, y'all. And Nikki talked about this last night, booking an appointment at a beauty school,
Mm-hmm.
to go and get some treatments done and things like that. Now, I don't know if I'll let them cut my hair.
No, they ain't touching my head. I'm sorry. Now that's where I draw the line. Everything else, yeah, okay, I can let them do that, but touch my
They
head,
can definitely give me a
no,
blowout.
Hey, don't sleep
no.
on the beauty school now. The beauty school, sometimes, you can find somebody
That's
that knows what they
sometimes it
doing there.
depends on who you get. Okay,
Right.
look,
Well,
I
you
went
you
to
know,
beauty
you
school. I
gotta
know.
if you're on a
Look,
budget, I mean, you gotta kind of shop around and see, what you
Yeah,
like.
you really do.
But yeah, I back in West Virginia, we had a school of massage there, and I used to like
Hmm.
getting massages, at least maybe once a month or so, if not more. But
Oh, I
when
had
I
a
found out that you could
team.
go to the school of massage and get that whole hour, $40, that was a
Mm-hmm.
game changer. Okay,
It
so
was.
you gotta, just look around and sometimes think outside the box for different ways you can save money.
Mm-hmm. But
absolutely.
then I got some like shopping strategies as well. Like here are some high end fashion on a budget where you can
Mhm.
invest timeless pieces. Like focus on like classic designs that won't go out of style. You know what I'm saying? Quickly.
Mhm.
You can actually shop during sale, like during sales. We all shop and get that sale. You know what I'm saying? We always go love a good
Hmm.
sale. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But keep an eye on like discount clearance sales and stuff like that that's going out of season, like markdowns and stuff. I do that a lot. I don't care. But
Mhm.
they also consider,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah. But this is what I don't like because I don't know why the strategies or the statistics said this. It says consider pre-owned or consignment. I don't think I could do that. I'm sorry. But it says luxury consignment stores or online marketplaces. Now
Mhm.
that's something like I
Oh,
probably can do, but
I
it
done found some cute stuff at the consignment shop.
yeah, but it
Yeah.
all depends like what they have. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Hmm.
know. It's just me. I mean, it's just me. But then they have like rent or share luxury, like services like rent rent the runway, um, or the real. Remember, I don't know if y'all see that commercial. They always play it on. It's the
Mhm.
real commercial that allow you to rent or share high end fashion pieces. So, like like stuff that been on the runway, they let you rent some of their pieces, like to do photo shoots.
Oh,
So that's something, you know what I'm saying? That's just something to think about. But they also have affordable alternatives where they have high-end brands with luxury collaborations, like brands like H&M. Abercrombie and Fitch and etc.
Mhm.
Other um, which word am I looking for? Collaborate with high end designers. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Luxury inspired pieces from affordable brands like Zara, Mango, and or a So. I mean, ASO. I can't remember how you say it, but it's ASOS or something like that. ASOS. Often
Oh yeah.
stylish pieces like inspired by high end fashion,
Mhm.
vintage, because a lot of people love vintage, you know what I'm saying? And the
Oh yeah.
second hand shopping, like thrift stores, estate sales, or online marketplaces, like I said before, and can yield unique and high end pieces at affordable prices. I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
Um,
I mean that whole renting an outfit or something like that
mhm.
for a photo shoot, especially because the girls be doing these birthday photo shoots
Mhm.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, they
Y'all know
do.
y'all not gonna wear that stuff again.
You're not going.
Because
Yeah, you're really not going
now
to wear
you had a whole photo shoot in that outfit. You ain't gonna
Right.
wear it again. So I can see people renting an outfit or
that.
renting like some shoes or something just for that particular photo shoot to kind of save them some money
Yeah.
instead of dropping thousands of dollars on an outfit that they probably not gonna wear again because they've been filmed in it. I
Exactly.
can see that.
Right.
Yeah.
Me, I'm gonna wear the outfit again. I might switch it
I know
up.
that's right, Queens.
Oh
Yeah, I ain't spent
God.
all this money on this and only wearing it one time. No, we're gonna
Right, I
Yes.
might
yes,
switch it up again.
Mhm.
yeah, we're gonna switch the shirt up, switch the skirt up, something's gonna change.
Right.
Work it. Yes.
But you really want to actually consider all that without breaking the bank. So, you don't want
Yes,
to break the bank.
definitely.
So make sure you save whenever you do go shopping and stuff like that. Because I mean, I try my best. Let me clear my throat on that one. But I try my best to shop, on a budget sometimes. Sometimes I
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
don't. I go overboard and then I get cussed out, but it's okay.
Oh,
I like it.
yes, honey. And another
But
thing
it's
too,
okay though.
when you have to go somewhere, don't procrastinate. Because when you
Look, I'll
procrastinate,
be
sometimes you
happy.
will overspend trying to get things together.
Yes, you
But
will.
Yeah.
you can travel and dine out, luxury on a budget as well,
Yes.
with
Mhm.
entertainment and different things too. So, using a credit card, points or cashback rewards for flights and hotels, that can help you to be bougie on a budget and save some
Yeah.
money. Finding a happy hour or prefix menu deals at
Right.
upscale restaurants, because we all like to go to
Hmm.
those upscale restaurants but don't like those upscale prices. um,
Right.
yes.
My
And
food bougie kicked in on that one.
Right.
yes, yes,
Hello.
there's a lot of them, and you look at those prices and you're like, ooh, let me look at the appetizers. But yeah, find some time when they having the fixed prices with the
Hmm.
meals, the happy hours. Also, booking off season for travel or last minute deals, different things like that. Invest and save smartly. Use your high yield savings accounts and investment strategies to grow your money, so that
Yeah.
way you can
Mhm.
do different things like trips. Also, building your credit score, something we always talk about, can get you better rates on travel,
Yeah,
cars.
let me stop you
Um,
right there. But I just want to make sure, since you said high yield savings accounts, we do have those. So if you actually want to get one, just get with Chantel or Satisha or myself, and we can actually get you a high yield savings account that will
Mhm.
make you money. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I just had
oh
to say
no, you're fine. But yes, like Nikki said, so you can start putting money in that high yield savings
that.
account, and next year go back and you get that money and you have more there. You can use that for your trip.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like I said, just building your credit can help you with the travel
Yes.
points, cars, even with homes, buying homes, and
Mm-hmm.
put your luxury on layaway. Some brands let you do installment plans like Afterpay, Klarna, and Affirm. You can even break your plane tickets down now into different payments. So there's different ways out there for you to save money. You just have to look for them. Don't always just go for the gusto. If you see a price, that's fine, but just know that you can shop
Mhm.
around and there are other prices out there. Like if you're going on flights, you can always check Hopper. There's different ways for you to save money traveling. So just don't be scared to look around. What we got, what Travelocity, Travago, um, Priceline. There's different ways. So just keep your eyes open and do your research. Look for ways to save money.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yes,
Nikki.
absolutely.
You don't have
Yeah,
to
and
be rich
sometimes
to
you
live
gotta like
rich.
pre-plan for that stuff too, because if you know you have a couple trips planned for that year, you know, look into getting you a travel credit card, like with one of the airlines, or
Yeah.
like an American Express travel card, or Capital One has a travel card too, because they literally give you 10 times the points for every time you spend money on like
Mhm.
hotels,
Hmm.
restaurants, when you spend money on flights, and those points add up. And not
Add
only can you
up.
apply them for
Mhm.
like the teacher did last year, she got access to at Airport Lounge, so she wasn't just sitting out there when the chargers wasn't the plug wasn't working to charge the phone.
Hey,
She was chilling in the lounge, living her bougie lifestyle.
yes, honey. I will never fly without it again. It was such an
Yeah.
awesome experience going there, and I'm like, oh, I can do this. I can do this.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello.
These are
okay.
some of the perks.
Look, balling on the budget.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, big
Hey,
baller.
I was balling on the budget right in there with those top dollar people. Okay. Okay.
I know that's
Hmm.
right.
Yeah.
Look, so we won't get off track, y'all. Let's go. Look, we like veering off a little bit, but let me just like put it all back together. Okay. So, Chantella, you want to elaborate on the luxury self care for less?
Yeah, just like I mentioned earlier,
Hmm.
it's doing the DIY. You can go get you some face masks. What
Mm-hmm.
I love to do, especially on the self care side, sometimes with the massages, I'll wait until like Black Friday or around Christmas time when a lot of the massage places are running deals on
Yeah.
things. And
Mm-hmm.
I would buy like sometimes like even Massage Envy, you can buy like a gift card
Yep.
um, to get massages, and they give you like double the amount. So if you spend $50, they give you an extra $50 for buying a gift card with them. So
Right.
I'll go get me some gift cards, and I'll use them throughout the year to go get me some discounted massages that would have been double the price if I would have just
Mm-hmm.
went in like April or June or something like that. So sometimes finding the deals around the holiday season and just keeping in mind that you can use it throughout the year, that's a way that you can also save yourself some money as well too. So I've definitely done that. I've also bought packages as gifts, and I saved it for like Mother's Day, and me and my auntie and my daughter and
Yeah.
myself, we all went and had a spa day, but I paid 60% less when I bought it versus when we would have paid when we went around Mother's Day. So
Right.
sometimes, my husband get on me because sometimes I plan too much, but sometimes planning a little bit can, don't hurt his pockets too bad. So he can't really complain that much.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Look,
Especially
let's
when
ask
you
the audience, what's one luxury thing that you've done on a budget? Drop it in the comments for us and let's see how you like to budget your luxury things.
Well, while they're doing that, Nikki, I want to ask you. So, what's the best luxury deal you've ever found?
um oh me the best luck. Well, it was one time when I had went into the Coach store, and there was this one purse that I wanted. I didn't want a big one, and I wanted a small one, something that I can just like put my phone and something in or whatever. And I was looking for they had like a big sale, and when I went in there, I was like, "Do I want a big purse?" Because they got a big old sale, and it was like, man, that purse was like uh it was like about almost like $300 for a person. I was like, nah, I'm not about to do that. So I found one, and they had it on sale, and I wanted a small, purse or whatever, and I liked the color of it. I got it for I think it was like $70. And I was like, this is the one I want then. This is up my alley versus that $350 purse that I'm not gonna, you know, keep wearing all the time. So I'm like,
Right.
I found one that I can actually keep switching out, my other purses too. But then
Hmm.
again, I can still use that same one that goes with everything. So that's something that I found, and I love it. I still got it, and it's still in good condition.
Mm,
Yeah.
love that.
Yes,
You
it's
take
still
care of
in
your
good
stuff, it
condition.
lasts for a while.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, teacher,
I
what
ain't mad.
about you?
Look,
What's a self care indulgence you can't live without, but you found a way to afford it and to maintain it?
um,
Well, one thing that I can't live without is I love getting my hair done and getting my nails done. But I have found ways around that, because at the end of the day, it does require my energy, but I can do my hair myself.
thank
So,
you.
instead of
Hello.
going to get my hair done every 2 weeks, like I would like to do, I'll do my hair
Hmm.
Hmm.
myself. And then, I have a couple friends that I can have or I trust to do my hair. And as far as doing my nails and things like that, I will do them myself. And then, if there's an event coming up or something going on, then I'll splurge and go get them done. But yeah, just my little self care and maintenance, things like that. But like you mentioned earlier, Chantella, sometimes you have to find ways around it. You do your little mask or your self care at home.
Hmm.
Then you just relax and don't have to break the bank doing it.
Absolutely. You got to know what your lifestyle can afford. Because we were just talking about that whole investing, your tax return a couple weeks
Hmm.
ago. And like you mentioned earlier, Satisha, 50% of your tax return that should go towards paying down your expenses, 30% towards savings, because again, it's very important. Don't forget that you are part of your savings. You got to pay yourself as well too. And
Right.
20%, this is where we're talking about that 20% where you can actually use this and treat yourself. So like how
Hmm.
do you stay within budget even within the 20% and not overspend, right? So you got to look at what you have and then maybe you cut some things, like for me, I got a problem with shopping on Amazon sometimes, but how I stay on budget with that, I allot myself so much money that I can spend on certain things. And once that's done, look, we got to figure something else out, or we just don't do it until that
Right.
budget open back up,
Right.
or that extra income comes in. So, like, I'll use my credit card points sometimes to buy certain things. My Capital One card, I can use those points for discounts on Amazon. I can use those
Oh
points
yeah.
for discounts in other stores and things like that, especially when we have events that come up. Like we just went to our annual conference back in February and we had a whole gala and a whole awards gala. So dress and shoes and purse and you're trying to get your hair done. So
Hmm.
that's added expense. I knew it was coming, so I had to budget for that. And I still utilize some of those reward points from what I've spent that whole last year and use it towards some of the purchases and things like that. Now, I also do certain subscriptions where I can avoid paying for, shipping and things like that. So you kind of gotta just see what's out there. I'm not gonna go buy a $200 bottle of perfume. I might go to the
Mm-mm.
store and just give me a little sample or something like that.
Hello, like the little small one that you gonna use like a couple times anyway.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Let me just say this real quick. My husband is so funny. He is in the chat, by the way. And he
Uh
said
oh,
Nikki's best luxury deal was finding me, of course, duh. And I'm
stand on it,
I
Mr.
don't know
Taylor.
who
You
laughed, but
better
four people
say
laughed at that,
Look,
and
I'm
I'm
like,
just like,
what happened?
really?
that.
Yes, honey, I found you. That's what it was. Mwah.
Oh, I love that. Love, love.
Lordy Jesus. I just had to say
Oh,
that.
Sherry
Oh
dropped
yeah, Crystal,
something.
we did say we talked about Groupon earlier before you hopped on. So yeah, we did talk about Groupon. Um,
Sherry
and
said we
Lady
were in
said,
Florida at the Bougie Outlet Mall. I asked if they gave military discounts, and they did. The store was already
"Mhm."
having 50% off most of their items, plus a military discount, and I did a free sign up at the store for additional percentage off. So it stacked it all. That's why
Yeah.
she's called Stacks, y'all.
Right.
Okay.
Just missed
The
stacks.
person I wanted
Hello.
was 229 here, but I got the exact one in Florida for a drum roll, 23.99. Look,
Okay.
Hello.
You can't beat that.
You sure can.
Ronnie said they stayed at a luxury resort for a family vacation and used their points to practically pay for the lodging expenses. So yeah,
Hello.
you
Yeah.
use those points. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Use
Love
those
that. Now, Satitra,
Yes, Queen. Yes, yes.
what's a budget-friendly luxury tip you wish you knew sooner?
A
Uh-oh.
budget friendly budgeting tip that I wish I knew sooner. Um, I want to say just looking into other things because, growing up, it was looked down upon to use coupons or to get stuff on sale or, cheaper things. But now that I'm an adult and I realize the value of money, I realized that that's not necessarily the fact. Sometimes getting things cheaper or looking for deals or taking your time to shop around
Mm.
is a game changer, a money
Mhm.
saver, and
Yeah.
sometimes you find out more information that way. So I'm going to say that would be my budget friendly thing that I wish I had known sooner, is not to always just go with the first price, or if you want something, not you don't have to just go with the first store, because that store doesn't is not the only store that sells that product. Look around, shop
Mhm.
around. Don't just go with your first, oh, I want it, I gotta have it, I'm spending $70 on it, because if you take your time you might find it for $30 around the corner. So that
That's
would be
true.
mine.
Yeah.
That's very
That would
true.
be
What
mine.
about you? What do you wish you would have known sooner when it comes to, you know, some budget
That
friendly
I wish I
tips?
would have known sooner
Yeah,
was
some budget friendly luxury tips.
mm, there's not like really much that I wish I would have known sooner, but I just like really that you don't have to wear like high end fashion like that's like so expensive, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And not get bullied because you didn't have those things. That's something that I wish I would have known sooner. Because me personally, I never wore those things. Like the family that I came from and how I was brought up, it was like material things is not, it's not necessary for you to have, really. And
Hmm.
at the end of the day, if you die, are you going to take that stuff with you?
Hmm.
You just spend all this money, but you can't take it with you. So that's just like a thought process that I had growing up, but I don't know that I really didn't really have a budget friendly luxury tip because it's just I never really thought about it. I mean, I had like the thing I'm gonna tell you and show my age. I actually wore and I got laughed at for it, but I didn't care. I still wore it. I used to get like those comfortable shoes at Kmart, the Soho shoes.
Hmm.
And the little yeah, I used to wear those in every color, and it matched my outfits. My sister's on here, she can tell you, she can vouch for that.
If you was cute, ain't nothing wrong
I
with that. Look,
did, I didn't care,
Nothing
I
wrong
looked
with
cute
it.
though. I
look,
looked
people
cute.
can't talk. They wear Crocs. You know what I mean? So y'all out here wearing Crocs.
Yeah, making your feet stink.
You can't talk
You
about
gotta keep
nobody
washing
Kmart
them.
or Payless shoes.
Yeah.
And I can't clown y'all because I got me a pair of Crocs too. I wear them every time I go to the
I don't
airport
have Crocs,
because
I
they
don't
easy
own a
slide off, slide on.
pair.
Crocs are some of the most comfortable shoes. They really are.
Hmm.
Yes, yes. Absolutely. Oh, but
Look, I
yeah,
even got me some of them fur line ones that got the little inserts in them.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
You don't know.
Hmm. But see, those things are good to have because you can take them out and wash them versus you
That's
wearing
true.
them, with some socks or whatever, and then you make your feet stink and you don't clean them. Clean them daggone things. It's half of them be leaning to the side or leaning. Man, clean them or throw them in the trash. I
Oh
don't like
my
Crocs. I don't own a pair. That's why I don't want one. I don't want any.
God.
I just don't want any.
I know that's
I
right.
like a good slide, like a Nike slide. I'm good on that. Other than that, no.
Well, so teacher, is the audience dropping any more gems for us? I
Oh my
know we
God, my
get a little
sister
late
said,
in the
"Yo,
show.
No, no,
the
ma'am.
Kmart queen, and she looked good." I told you that's what my sister can vouch for me on that one. But go ahead, teacher. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, no, no. There's no questions. No questions. I don't see anything from the audience. The most recent thing I see is Kiera saying you don't have to spend a lot of money to look good. She
Mm-hmm.
shops at the 30 store and you wouldn't know it.
Hey, you
You
would
God
know.
bless you.
Bless
God
you.
bless you. And let's see
Yeah.
here.
Oh, Sherry said something. What I wish I known sooner is the polo shirts by Ralph Lauren are really $12, and they stitch and they stitch that on there and sell them for 80 to 90 a piece. Yeah, yeah. Those polo peak shirts are so cheap. It's ridiculous. Oh, hold on, it says see more. Let me see what she said. It's ridiculous. I also know glasses, former optician Chanel, for example, retail for 500 or better just for them frames. Yeah, you buying a name.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Those are sold to the optical stores for 50 to $60. That's why that's why I have many glasses because they are they solo. They sold them to use at their price. So yeah, they are like everything high end now. You just buying the name.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
And
I'm
let me
saying? Go
Oh,
ahead.
I'm sorry. I was saying, let me correct myself. Kier corrected me. It is the thrifty store. The thrifty store.
The thrifty stores.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's see here. Recap from this week's episode, ladies. We talked about thrifty ways to shop. We talked about thrifty ways to travel and thrifty
Hmm.
ways to do your, budgeting and being bougie with your self care. And let's
Yeah.
see here. What about, do we have any more questions or you want to go over the promotions, Nikki?
Do I have to? No, I'm just
Yeah.
no, I'm just playing. Um, Hold on. What question you asked me? Look, I'm like,
I said,
I'm
do you want to
stuck.
go over the promotions?
Oh, the promotions. Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
do. Okay. Yes, we do ask for y'all to get with our tax professionals, our certified CPAs, to do your taxes and to book your free consult. Yes, thank you, Shantella, for bringing that up so everyone can see right here where you qualify for an instant tax refund advance up to $7,000 same day. Okay. Um, Also, you want to maximize your taxes as well, which that is the $7,000, up to $7,000 is the cash advance. Um, but the convenient ways to receive your money is like the green dot card or direct deposit. Um, what else? A cashier's check, of course. So also you want to schedule your free get your free estimate. So and there are look, we are backed by the IRS. Bring that down a little bit, Chantella, where it says the IRS, because I want everybody to see that. Yes, we do have a trained IRS IRS agent that actually do the taxes as well. So what we have here is called taxable, where you can actually book your appointment here, and anything that's in blue, you get to book your appointment there and the times that you wanted, that you are free. And trust me, it's a free estimate. I would actually go on there and schedule, because you will get a free estimate, okay, on what your tax, what you will get back, and you don't have to commit to move forward if you're not satisfied with the result that they give you. So you can actually opt out if you want to. It's up to you, and they will ask you that, okay. um Also, after doing so, what else was it that I needed to do? Oh, they got like a form that you need to fill out as well. So it's like a little couple of questions also, when you fill out everything to book your appointment. After you book your appointment, um, and then you got your questions. If you need to send a message, uh, they will actually do that, and then you just schedule the event, and that's it. Okay. So, and also, if you already filed your taxes and you still want to see if you left any money on the table, like I said, you can get with our certified CPAs to have a second look. You can actually get a second look, and to see if you did leave any money on the table. Because I would, you know what I'm saying? I want to see, where my money is at.
Right.
You know how they say where the money reside, where the money reside. I want to see that. Hey, don't play with it. So, but Satitra, I want to actually I think we're done with that one. Yeah. Okay. Now we're back. So, teacher, I want to actually ask you, what is the takeaways from the discussion today?
Today's takeaways from the discussion today is
Mhm.
we basically were telling you guys how to be bougie on a budget with your shopping, with your
Mhm.
fashion, with your self care, and also with your traveling. So,
Yes.
different ways to save money, and don't be afraid to do it yourself sometimes.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am. And as always, we definitely appreciate everyone for tuning in for another episode of Tips and Tea Tuesday. We definitely appreciate you, the viewers. And as always, please like, follow, and share. And again, we want to segue back to investing your taxes correctly.
Mhm.
If you need an LLC, if you need your taxes done, if you need any type of financial services, please feel free to reach out to myself, Satitra Booker, Chantella Shabazz, or Nikki Taylor. We would definitely love to help you get you together and help you to invest that tax money wisely. You could even start your own business and do what we do. And then let's see here, Nikki, you want to tell the viewers about our giveaway?
Yes, we are going to do $1,000 grocery savings certificate giveaway for all the viewers that tuned in today to our live. So also, we would like for you to drop a 1 in the chat if you actually were on the live today, and a 2 in the chat if you actually watching the replay. So, but to redeem it, if you want your gift cert, and if you don't want to drop your email in the chat right now, you can also DM me, myself, Nikki Taylor, or Satitra Booker, or Chantella Shabazz. So, with that being said, make sure that um oh god, what was I saying? I just had a brain fart.
It's okay.
You know what,
Tune
it's
in.
okay.
Make sure you
It's
Hey.
tune in
okay.
next
It's
week.
okay.
Oh my
Just
goodness, look, it
remember
just
to like, follow, and
8 a.m.
share.
Central, 9
Yes.
a.m. Eastern time. No, but really, y'all, next week we have one of
yes,
our leaders coming on, Falsey Mitchell.
Yes. Mr.
yes.
He
Fox
is also
Mitchell.
a top leader within our financial service company, No Bay. And he'll be coming on next week to talk about financial literacy, building generational wealth, educating your children
Mhm.
on financial literacy as well, because that's
Mhm.
a very key component, because they're not teaching this in school. So it's really falling back on us as parents or as guardians to help our kids know more about money and not be afraid of it, right? You
Mhm.
can't be fearful of the things that's here as a tool that God made to help us. You know what I mean? So tune in next week to come see Bossy Mitchell and the Queens go live as we talk about financial education in our households and what steps we're taking to make
Yeah.
sure that our legacies are being built up properly, right? And
Yes.
Mhm.
if you have any questions, like the Queen said, don't feel free to reach out. We ain't gonna bite you. I had breakfast earlier. I promise I'm not gonna bite you. You can call me, you can text me, or you can DM. So just go ahead, hit the
Oh, I'll
button.
bite.
Hit the button.
No, I'm playing. uh,
No biting over
All
here.
right, everyone. Many
I
blessings.
got my dogs for that.
Everybody have a happy,
We'll see
blessed
y'all next week.
Y'all
Tuesday.
have a